of course, what we did is for the weekends we got together, we got a group of us together, and we made a soccer team, which was a little later, where we played soccer.
Well, it's amazing that there would be a soccer team, that there'd be enough energy left to do something like that.
Well, I don't think we were quite as energetic as we were with the other regular team, but we did something to, it kept our mind off of the problems we had.
Well, you mentioned to me the other day that Monowitz was like a college library.
Well, that was...
In what way?
Especially the Germans start losing the war, 1943, 1944. So 1944, we had soccer games in Gross-Rosen. Soccer teams, we organized very well. Soccer teams, each nationality organized a soccer team. And we organized our equipment, everything, and play soccer on the assembly line, on the assembly place.
In Gross-Rosen?
In Gross-Rosen. So, that much freer was. But it was 1944. The Russians already pushed away, Americans already invaded from the other side, so they have to give more freedom. But there was much more freedom, and food didn't improve very much because simple reason, they didn't have it very much themselves. So.
Did the civilians try to help you at all? Did they trade goods for things?
It's as I say, that we have almost everything what we wanted for that soccer teams, from the civilians, from outside civilians. But that was strictly on the cover. The SS didn't know that. They knew it, but they didn't do much about it because they knew the war was almost over. So they didn't. They even played soccer with us. That just to make the story funny, that whole incident funny. That one time the Polish team play against German teams, and one of this top enlisted SS men decided he wants to play for the Polish team. So we say, okay, you can play for us. And then the commandant, that commanded, SS commandant, he was like a captain. He decided to want to play for the German team. So he went in the field. But I think they were a little bit tipsy.
How did you feel about that?
And the funny part of it, we said, just let them play. They play almost by themselves. We just run around them. But that was one of these incidents which stuck so funny in it. But that's happened. So, but it was 1944, so it's almost things came to a close.
So is what you're saying then that the closer the end of the war came, pressure was let up rather than becoming more cruel or...
In our camp, pressure, you did feel the pressure laid up.
The big problem is that the Auschwitz soccer field was right next to the so-called genocidal gas chambers and would be in full view of the so-called final solution.